What's up, guys? How'd your Labor Day weekend go? I know how mine went. At first this video was going to cover how I got banned from Facebook. Instead, I'm going to discuss how I managed to stay on Facebook with one exception to their community standards. Now, before I go any further, keep in mind that this is going to be one of those pathetic little time-wasting political injustice videos. So if this video is not your thing, feel free to hit the stop button and move on with your life. Take some boxing lessons, hit the gym, get swole, and don't turn into one of those fat, pathetic, double-chinned losers that sit on his butt, replying to every comment, meme, and video with insults and demeaning comments to the point that you end up running your own video channel. So to start this off perfectly, this actually happened with me taking a Facebook hiatus that lasted for a day, not really a hiatus at all, but whatever, due to some pressing engagements. Afterwards, my favorite girl in the whole wide world, the love of my life, calls me and asks me,
"Why are you unfriend me? Are you leaving me?"
Well, girl, if you were surprised, imagine how I'm feeling right now. So I tried logging into Facebook and they wouldn't let me log in even though I entered in the correct information, username and password. I tried contacting the help center, but they either gave me no known issues and solutions to such, or they just gave me the runaround. So to humor this particular issue I was experiencing, I decided to download the Facebook app and log in from there. After successfully logging in, verifying myself, I get this delightful message from Facebook. Please review your name on Facebook. Someone has asked us to review your profile because it might not be following our community standards. We'll need to review your name on Facebook with you by Monday, September 2nd, 2019. We'll walk you through the review process in your support inbox. That's where we'll keep all of your messages with you. Now this is odd because I've seen numerous accounts of people who obviously don't put their real name on Facebook for their personal protection against those who would go out of their way to either attack or rape certain people. There are a lot of things you can find out about anyone if you have their full name, so at this point I'm wondering who could have gone out of their way to report my profile. Well, as it turns out, there are times when I will post a comment relating to political injustice crap, as mentioned earlier. Interestingly enough, I had received notifications regarding my political discussion. It was regarding a meme I had responded to. Now, for those of you who are watching this channel, it doesn't particularly matter to me your personal political views. I'm not going to view you any differently. Now, if you want to throw a fit when having a polite political discussion, we're not going to be friends. Of course, there are some cases when snide comments are called for because the other side initiates the use of snide comments. Now let's move on to the meme.
Trumpers get the scale retort of when can you take immigrants into your house? For $7.75 per person per night, when can I get started? I'll feed them, clothe them, drive them around, teach them English, whatever. I'll quit my day job. Give me $5, I'll buy a bigger house. If this were being paid to citizens to house refugees instead of profiteering contractors, there'd be a lottery to get to host them.
Here was my reply. So what you are saying is that you realize that they can't cross our border for free and that someone has got to pay for it. At first, I was going to disregard the comment below and move on to the point, but the first part actually brings up what I am trying to argue in the first place.
Yes, someone does, and it should be the taxpayers, because the steeper question is why shouldn't taxpayers pay to be humane to undocumented immigrants? They're human beings. All of us have ancestors come to America for a better life. Unless you're Native American, you moved to stolen land.
Yara, you make a really good point. This nation was made possible by the backbone of immigrants. We would be nowhere without immigrants such as, well, all of my family who immigrated here across the border and ancestors that survived the Holocaust. The Department of Homeland Security agrees full-heartedly with me on this issue.
Secretary, would it have helped if you'd got the resources when you asked for them?
Of course.
When did you become secretary?
I became acting secretary on April 8th.
This year?
April 10th of this year, yes.
A couple weeks later, you asked for money, didn't you?
Yes.
You asked for money because they want to address the underlying problem. What's causing the problem? They won't fix the asylum law, won't fix floors, won't build the border security wall. Say it's not a crisis, say it's manufactured, say it's contrived when it actually is a crisis. Then the crisis gets even worse, and then they blame you who took the position in April and asked for help 3 weeks later. And then they wait 2.5 months to send the money. And when they send the money, we had the picture a little bit ago of the 40 individual males in the adult males in the facility. You asked for ICE bed money, and what'd they say?
They didn't provide it.
Didn't provide it. And yet you're the bad guy. You take the position in April, ask for resources. A couple weeks later, they deny the resources for 2.5 months. And then when the problem gets so bad, they say, oh, it's your fault. Even though you've been trying to address the underlying problem. And then when they won't do that, you say, at least give us money to fix the crisis that you all helped us create because you wouldn't address the underlying problem. It gets so bad. They finally send the money, but they still put limitations on you because they want the political issue. When we're talking about kids, we all care about the kids. This is ridiculous. Let me ask you this. We all know there's a crisis on the border. Does accusing CBP agents of torture help with the crisis?
In no way.
Does accusing CBP agents of working at concentration camps help with the crisis?
No, it obfuscates the real issues.
When the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee accuses folks down there working hard of negligent homicide, does that help with the crisis?
Of course not.
Would abolishing ICE help with the crisis?
No.
Would abolishing your entire agency help with the crisis?
No.
Does waiting 2.5 months to get the $4.6 billion you asked for 2 weeks after you took the job, does that help with the crisis?
No, and it left children in these situations way too long. And we've proven that as soon as we got the resources, we were able to put them in a much better situation.
Does denying money for ICE beds help with the problem?
No, that's contributing to overcrowding that still exists today.
I don't know how many times you've said it already. You said it with Mr. Royce and I think Mr. Keller. 2 things right now would help. Give you the money for the ICE beds and fix floors. And I think you said to Mr. Keller, you think that would be almost immediate action, immediate help. Within a couple weeks, you would see the message said, so these people won't take this dangerous trip. That would help immediately. Is that right?
That is right.
Yet the majority doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to do it. Chairman just called it a deficit. He accused you and your agents and your agency of a deficit of empathy. You want to respond to that, Mr. Secretary?
I can tell you that the men and women of DHS and me personally are
Where's
working.
that picture? Hey, I'm going to interrupt you 1 second. Then I want you to take as long as you want. Put this picture up. Does that look like a deficit of empathy right there?
Not
That's
at all.
the kind of stuff that happens every single day on the border, doesn't it?
Right. I just wonder, why would an agency, if they have a deficit of empathy, create a border search, trauma, and rescue team to try to protect people that are making this dangerous crossing? They make over 4,000 rescues a year on their own time and with a collateral duty apply to be emergency medical technicians so they can help people in dangerous conditions. Where's the deficit of empathy there?
But for now, I want to focus on what sparked this video in the first place, which would be this guy.
No, the point is that the current blank system is lining the pockets of prison contractors while not solving for anything. For-profit prison stocks have doubled in value in the last year. Somebody's getting rich, and if we as citizens were offered the ridiculous amount of money the contractors are raking in, we'd all line up and take a dozen. Stop being on the wrong side of literally everything, which is what it takes to be a Republican.
Well, geez, Steve, I didn't know that I was a racist or a Republican. I also didn't know that anyone could stutter the C sound. Usually it would be on the P or the B. I mean, I guess there is different degrees of racism at this point. Who knew I could fall within the category regardless of the majority of my family being Mexican, and not to mention my girl, who will proudly state that she is 100% Latin. Regarding the crisis on the border, let's go ahead and disregard this fact.
These are predominantly Latino Border Patrol agents. They have children of their own, and they're out there trying to protect them on the line and trying to do the best they can to take care of them.
Well, you just said something there. You said they're predominantly Latino border agents.
That's correct.
Majority of your Customs and Border Patrol agents are of Latino descent, Hispanic descent?
Border Patrol agents, yes.
But maybe there is something distinct about you compared to me that gives you the right to label someone as being part of the K.
Steve Devo Davis, Deverino. I have the time and necessary skills to both get you drunk and critique your spelling. Cheers. I am self-employed.
Wow. I'm not even self-employed. I'm actually working to fulfill someone's demands. I wonder what it takes to be self-employed, have the body of a superhero, and have the time to get someone drunk while criticizing someone's spelling. He's even got 1,000 friends on Facebook. Yo, bro, I'm jealous. I don't even have 300 friends, and after this video, I don't even think I'm gonna have 90. This guy's got talent. You can tell. And unlike my tan complexion, you shine. I would not want to screw with this guy.
Great little homosexual nickname you picked out for yourself, by the way.
What does homosexual even mean? I wasn't even aware that this was a word. Well, apparently it is. Amosexual. Slang derogatory. A person obsessed with owning guns. A zealous supporter of the right to bear arms. I was also told that my name could be seen as suspicious, as if I had bad intentions. Well, I mean, that's great. I guess it makes it okay to jump to conclusions about other people, regardless of the fact that they might actually be Saliva fans. Yo, my boy Steve, if my name bothered you that much, you could have just asked. I'm more than happy to oblige. If you need me to pick a name that is devoted to your support to feminism, I'm 10 steps ahead of you.
Is Ashley Judd.
Ashley Judd is here!
And I am a feminist. And I want to say hello to Independence Avenue in the back, all the way down to 17th Street.
Wow!
And I bring you words from Nina Donovan, a 19-year-old in Middle Tennessee, and she has given me the privilege of telling you what she has to say. I am a nasty woman. I am not as nasty as racism, fraud, conflict of interest, homophobia, sexual assault, transphobia, white supremacy, misogyny, ignorance, white privilege. Like your wet dreams infused with your own genes, but yeah, I'm a nasty woman. A loud, vulgar, proud woman. I'm nasty. Like my blood stains on my bed sheets, we don't actually choose if and when to have our periods. Believe me, if we could, some of us would. We don't like throwing away our favorite pairs of underpants. Tell me, why are pads and Tampax still taxed? Ooh, that was a brand name. Why are tampons and pads still taxed when Viagra and Rogaine are not? Is your erection really more than protecting the sacred, messy part of my womanhood? Is the blood stain on my jeans more embarrassing than the thinning of your hair?
Steve, I have become convinced that there is no way past this, so I have decided to cave to the collective by picking a nickname less homosexual and one that reflects feminism perfectly. If you have any other recommendations, feel free to share. Of course, I don't think it will ever meet up to Facebook's standard of holding names such as 3 names you've picked out for yourself, such as Deverino, El Deverino, and the Devaster. Given this experience, I'm going to have to accept the fact that not only can I not win every argument, I will eventually have to become part of the collective. I have to admit, though, I am a little slow. I am going to need a little bit more time to become that perfect persona the collective demands me to be. Give me roughly 96 years to do so, and I will become the best dependent, non-free thinking drone the world could ever ask for. Because as we know, it's all for making this place free.
Free from what?
Freedom. Freedom is life's great lie.
To my surprise, although not 100% sure, it would appear that Facebook supports my name change regardless of the community guidelines, since they have considered the matter closed. So why would I make this video? Well, simply put, I want to give all those people who were banned from Facebook an opportunity to redeem themselves, or those who are being threatened of Facebook jail. And the best way to do it is by becoming part of the collective and changing your name to Steve's period. This not only reflects support for feminism, but also makes aware Steve's support for feminism. So it's not too late to become part of the collective. Also, don't forget to post your status, what influenced you to become part of Steve's period, as well as the link to this video so people can better understand this movement. As a matter of fact, why keep it contained to Facebook? Feel free to do it on the other platforms such as YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. The more outreach, the better. I wish everyone luck in this endeavor.